Light that bitch up, man.
Oh, hello, and welcome there to the first ever episode of Black Square Code. It finally made it to recording. Everyone should be so proud of me. My little silence dance. I'm in here. I'm going to be talking to myself. It's just going to be me and myself and my good engineer back there. We're just going to have fun. But I am your host. I am Brie on Instagram. So be sure to follow me at I am BRIEE. 2 underscores on the end. But by the way, I am Brie, I am she, and I am the one and only. Oh, my crowd is loving me. At this point in time, we have made it thus far. So I'm just here and I'm just gonna be it. Let's just talk. Let's just conversate. There's a few things that has kind of come upon. Once again, we celebrated a great 4th of July. I hope everybody enjoyed their 4th of July. After that, you've come back to work or gone back to work, wherever you're doing with your life, you know. But some things have been going on online that I just want to smile at and laugh at, talk about, enjoy, and give my opinion on. I don't even know where to start because Black Twitter has been cutting up with y'all comments and with the way that y'all feel about things. It's cute. It's amazing. I'm loving how everybody's coming together. But there are still some things I just don't understand. So let's start with something that was really near and dear today, almost sparked a conversation. Lil Baby, he is a great rapper. He said something though. He said, I still call her natural if she got it from her stomach. That goes over a lot of people's head, by the way. I still call her natural if she got it from her stomach. I don't judge, okay? I don't judge. But I thought natural was something that we were like born with, something that has not been changed. Somebody got to help me out with that one because once again, you can definitely go and you can definitely change your body however you want to. You know, if you pay for it, it's yours. I believe that, like, especially like with weave, when I get my hair done, I'm like, okay, it's mine. I bought it. But that hair got to come out. When you get your body done, that's your new body. So that's a question for everybody because I was seeing different comments. I even seen a few celebrities say different things. People cheered it on. People was like, no. But I was once told by someone that loves me that they love me for me. So I didn't have to go get my body done. Although I still want a little bigger butt, you know. I might want a little bigger butt once upon a time later on down the road. You never know what my money start looking like. But when I look good, I'm going to be looking good. But it's going to be mine because I pay for it. But I'm not going to say that it's going to be naturally mine. So I don't know if I agree with promoting BBLs, even though the fat came from our stomachs. I'm not going to say that because I don't think I can agree with that. But I definitely agree with the support of you supporting others that are not confident within themselves, if that makes sense. So I'm no one to bash anybody that decides to get a BBL or anything like that, but I don't agree that I can call it natural. I don't think we can put that in the same category. Just like I don't agree with Botox, with making my face naturally stick up and stiff. I don't agree with me saying that weave is natural. No, it's just an accessory, actually. It's just an accessory. It's just something I add to me to make myself feel good, but it's not mine. You know, it's not mine. So with that being said, let me know, you know, how everybody still feels about that. But personally, I still say you, be great at whatever you do. If you like it, I love it. And that's that on that. But I had to just get that off my chest because I don't know about the natural part. But while we sitting here just being naturally, melanated and extra. I'm gonna need to really get my fan base up because I'm gonna need somebody to like be opposing. I need somebody to tell me no, that's wrong. I like to not argue because they say we all love to argue. I don't want to argue. I just want to debate. I like to debate. I like to hear your rights and tell me why I'm wrong so I could tell you why you're not right. Anywho, on to the next subject. A video went viral 2 days ago. I love me some underwear. I love underwear. I do. And I like pink. I like Victoria's Secret. I actually love their body sprays, but my boyfriend told me women don't wear body sprays, they wear perfume. And at first I was like, oh, that's cute. He trying to be cute, call me a grown woman. But then again, I think he just said body sprays stink. So I don't know how I feel about that. But I love Victoria's Secret and I love pink. So this was very disturbing when I saw this video. And I don't know. I just didn't understand the point of it. So basically, this lady, if you guys have not seen this already, is on Instagram. I saw mine on Baller Alert, so you can feel free to go and kind of seek this out. But basically, this lady attacks an African-American lady in pink and then has a falling out, y'all. It's only really one part that I really just want to show y'all because I couldn't help but laugh because I didn't know if she was serious or if she was actually hurt or if she's okay, like mentally or like what she's going through in life. You just never know what people are going through. But my friend sent me this on Instagram. Shout out to my good sis. And we kind of conversated about it and we laughed at it because just watch this one part. We're just going to watch this really quickly. So it started off with swinging. She swung at the lady holding the camera. And then she has a panic attack or just starts falling out, right? After she attacks a lady, then let's watch this part. I'm gonna skip it just a little bit. Y'all can go watch it on your own time. I just want y'all to see this one little part that I think we should get this lady some help on, okay? Where did she go? I watched it a few times, and then I had to turn it off because I died of laughter. I'm gonna do some ghetto stuff right now.
So is she like, hey, don't spank me now that I got in trouble?
Yes, basically.
Oh,
but this is the part I need you to see. And the video is so long that it's ridiculous that somebody even has time to do all of that. Here she goes. Oh my gosh. Watch this. She like falls out. But the crazy thing is, she falls out and she gets right back up and starts this. I don't even know what you would call this. This is beyond a temper tantrum. This is beyond that. She starts doing like this type of stuff. Like, what is it? I don't know. I have never experienced any kids with like terrible twos. I don't even believe I could have went through that phase. If y'all know Miss Tabitha, she don't play. But I've actually never experienced like the whole falling out of kids. I don't have any kids yet. I don't have any nieces, nephews. I don't really have kids that I'm around on a daily basis. But that's what it reminds me of. Like if you're ever in a grocery store and you see people with their kids and they're upset that they couldn't get the candy bar or the toy that they want. So they like fall out, I guess. I don't know. But that's what this reminded me of. It's like, is this okay? Is this okay? I don't think this is okay. And eventually the security guard comes, and when the security guards get there, she starts chasing the lady around the store. she's chasing this lady around Pink. So my question is, what is going on? How is this so? Or my question, okay, I guess my real question is, if the roles were reversed, how would this have played out? Because security guard let her roll over the floor, by the way. This went on for, it looks like a long time. So she was let roll on the floor while there's customers in this store. So this is a real franchise. This is a real company. This is a real place. Like, this isn't somewhere where I'll just be like, oh yeah, take your time and take a nap on the floor, or continue to act this way while we have customers. She wasn't escorted out of the store or anything. But if I even get angry at a cashier or anything like that, I get pulled to the side. We have to talk in private and all of this other stuff. So, and that's just the angry black woman rouse or rules, whatever you call it, routine. So what is the difference here? I didn't get that. So I seen a lot of comments. A lot of people were upset. A lot of people thought it was funny. I thought it was funny personally. I didn't take any offense to it, but the comments that people had are real questions. They are real questions that no one can ever answer for us. I'm going to say stop being so sensitive though. On the back end, let's not be sensitive. There are things like this that will happen and will continue to happen. But my thing is, we already know that there is a difference. There's a difference between a lot of different races, different people, and everything like that in different situations. So comments, y'all were a little too uptight though. Some people was just like going in on the fact that black versus white. And I don't think this is one of those situations where we should be trying to protest for it, because we kind of already see where the ignorance falls. That's just me being honest. Do I feel like she should be in some type of consequence? Yes, because she did not have any reason to swing on anybody. I just feel like keep your hands to yourself. Like, you can say whatever all day, just keep your hands to yourself.
So was this in a mall or something?
Yes, it's in a mall in Pink, the store, the underwear store.
Yeah, the underwear store.
Yeah.
So they didn't do anything? Like, they didn't call
no
the police?
Escort. Well, the mall security. She eventually comes, and it's actually a lady, a mall security lady. And she starts chasing the lady recording her. So my thing is, what is the security for? I'm trying to show the security guard.
Huh. This is a grown-up.
This is a grown woman.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So both are grown women. But I think at some point I would have got frustrated and probably got a little aggressive. So that's just me being honest. The lady recording is very calm. I don't know how she did it. But I did want to applaud her. I noticed nobody ever really said anything about that. But the lady that was in this situation handled it very well, because I have a reflex. So if you swing at me, I'm bound to swing back, sometimes innocently. You just have to be careful at the people that you're around. You have to know your surroundings sometimes. And sometimes I just don't trust everybody. So I have to know what your intent is. But I'm going to protect myself first. And I will apologize later if there's an apology needed. So I do want to shout out this lady. She was very cool, calm, and collective. But Karen was out of line. And I don't know if it was for underwear or not, but we got to get it together, because Miss Shaniqua, she handled you right, but you're going to get the wrong Shaniqua one day. And that temper tantrum, you're going to meet Miss Mama Lady, because if you would have been my mama, you wouldn't have had too many temper tantrums. But that's just that on that. But anywho, be careful in Victoria's Secret and Pink when you're buying your underwears, because you never know who's willing to chase you. On to the next one. And while we're just sitting here, just conversating, once again, this is just Brie being Brie and talking and getting used to myself, because I think beforehand, we're going to come up with a new segment, and it's going to be called the Black Word of the Day. And the Black Word of the Day is confidence. This is on my heart. Actually, it was on my mind and my heart, and I just kind of came up with it on the fly, because I'm really good at what I do. Let me stop boosting myself. It's confidence. But anyway, I'm going to say, if you don't ever learn anything from me, it will be to believe in yourself. It takes some time. It gets stressful, but just know that you can do anything. So before, I was always dependent on people. I was always kind of giving my ideas away because I didn't believe in myself enough to kind of do what my creative mind was telling me to do. So it just means you have to get up and you have to just do it. Like Nike, they have a slogan for a reason. Just do it. Sometimes all you have to do is just do it, and everything else will fall in line if it's meant to be. But what's meant for you is for you, and nobody can take it away. So enough with the seriousness, although that was pretty serious, and then we're going to go into one little serious thing, but I'm not a serious person. But there was something that was shared today by, again, my good sis, who is also a teacher, which kind of sparked my interest a little bit because she is a teacher. So for her to be kind of passionate in these things and actually kind of repost this type of stuff caught my attention. So there was a post that was going around, and it said 5 ways school is secretly trying to keep us poor. Let's walk through these 5 things really quickly, because I always believed in higher education, and not even just for worldly things. I always thought I was supposed to have a doctorate degree. I just loved math so much. I just loved school so much. I was good in school, still is good in school. It's just I don't know what I want to do. And sometimes that's the issue too, but I also notice there's not a lot of things for that either. So I see both sides. So let's go through this really quickly. What are the 5 ways school is secretly trying to keep us poor? 1, it says school doesn't teach us about life. Once again, this is one that is very accurate. I'm going to say accurate. But in a way, I feel like some of these things on here, financial literacy, mental health, taxes, time management, and acts of kindness, some type of way they are implemented in schools. Like, for example, mental health. When you are battling things in high school, we all have what should have in school counselors. That's when we were supposed to step to our counselors if we didn't have anyone to talk to. That's when our friends were around. Maybe you didn't have anything to talk about as serious as mental health, but you had the little boyfriend problems, you had the little life problems, or you had things going on at home. There are supposed to be counselors in schools that are supposed to help with mental health or can direct you in the direction to help you with mental health. Things like taxes and financial literacy, I didn't get that information until high school, and my favorite teacher, Mr. Parker from Little Elm High School, he kind of implemented things like financial literacy and taxes. You may not ever really have that good teacher that kind of cares that much for you to know some things, but try to get in some of those like business classes. And acts of kindness. This is where you were joining those clubs, where you were getting those volunteer hours, where you were doing things that were fun outside of school, where I don't know about anybody, but we had things like DECA and we had things like student council. Putting on for the community is an act of kindness. You do start to learn that in high school when you are volunteering your time. That's where you start volunteering your time. Or even in your local churches. I started doing that in high school as well. So I don't know if I can really agree with some of the things on this list, but I do agree maybe more financial literacy and learning things like taxes and credit can prevent some of us from going down those downfalls in the future.
You know what else is cool, because you're talking about this, is that those clubs and organizations, they'll have conferences and stuff. And if a kid can't afford to go, the school has a fund for that. And nobody has to know about it. I know because when I was in high school as a freshman, I wouldn't have been able to go to debate tournaments if it wasn't for the staff at the high school I went to. And so the teacher would quietly hand me my per diem for the 3 days. And my hotel was paid for and my food was paid for, because of the kindness of teachers and admin putting money into this pool to help kids that couldn't afford it.
See, and no one ever tells you that though. So nobody would ever know. Well, I mean, I was able to I only went to one DECA debate, by the way.
Black Square Code just told you.
We did, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
My great JP, he's the best in the world. And no, you guys can't have him because he's mine. He's mine and only mine. Sorry, Courtney. And my baby friend over there. I'm not gonna tell the world who my baby friend is though, because he's our baby. But yes, so as you just learned, you can also, if you can't afford those type of things, there are things within the school that can help you. I mean, because they have free and reduced lunch. So a lot of things come with free and reduced lunch if you didn't know. And that's not to put anybody on blast. I had free reduced lunch. That's because my mother had 4 kids. So, but even then, I didn't eat at school. I packed my lunch. So God bless you guys. School lunch hurts my stomach. But moving on. So I do agree with that in some ways about life. Maybe they could implement, things like credit and financial literacy and stuff like that. But as far as the other things go, I don't think I can agree, because there are things like time management that you can learn in high school. Maybe not middle school, because really, guys, think about it. Elementary and middle school, what would those things do for you? I feel like senior year, this is when all of that is important. How to handle college, how to handle life situations, how to maintain your money and stuff like that. That's when things like that comes into play. Moving on. Number 2, it says school wants us to be in debt. I mean, life. I mean, the United States is in debt, guys. So it's like everything is debt. You have to think, you just have to know how to use your debt wisely. So it says a broke 18-year-old can go $200,000 into debt for college, but can't get a $10,000 loan to start a business. This one kind of hit the spot a little bit, because I can't agree with that, just being a broke 20-year-old who was starting a business. And of course, I didn't know anything about credit. I didn't know anything about that. So I had my first car loan. I had all of that. And when it was time to go start a business, of course, I didn't have any startup capital. So you're talking about someone paycheck to paycheck doing what they wanted to do because they knew that it was a future in it. So yes, I do agree with that. You can accumulate debt by just going to school. But that's where you really having a passion for school plays a part of that. Because if you work hard in high school and you work hard for those scholarships, you work hard for those, understanding those different programs where grants and stuff are available, it can be worked around. I know someone who is going to school to be a doctor and most of it is paid off. So are we really just making excuses because we don't want to do the work? Or are we just really trying to kind of nitpick? Because I do agree with the $10,000 business loan, but I do agree that if we had the setup to where we had understanding of what credit is, how to get credit, understand business credit, and things of that nature, that wouldn't be an issue. Or even money management, because you can actually save $10,000 instead of taking it from someone, and that could be your startup capital as well. So there are different ways around a no. So one bank might tell you no, and 10 down the line may tell you yes. So you have to understand that everything's not going to be easy when it's time to get it done. Just like school isn't free, a business isn't free to start.
You've also got Shark Tank.
I don't want to go to Shark Tank.
But there's places like that, though, where you can apply and see if they'll talk to you. Billionaires. You can write billionaires and see if they'll invest in your business.
I mean, yes, that's a good option to go, but I would say that's for someone not like Brie. Brie's mind is too everywhere. They'll be like, well, which one do you want to do, Brie? And I'll be like, I don't know, just give me the money. And they'll say no. Anywho, that's just my opinion on that. And I'm not trying to shoot anybody's opinion down, but once again, that's just how I think. So feel free to think with me or against me. Either way, we still both have to think. Moving on. It says school punishes us for failure. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Baby, I think somebody has a lot of free times on their hand, because school didn't punish me for failures. If anything, it gave me a chance to get up again, because you have to think about it. Whereas if I make the wrong move on my job and lose my job, that's my livelihood. Those are my bills. That's my food. In school, if I failed on a paper, 9 times out of 10, my teacher was pulling me aside to kind of either make it up or redo it. They were teaching me through it. I had another opportunity for another assignment. And I also had the next year. So if I did fail, they allow you to retake the grade again, right? So my question is, how does school punish us for failure? And really, that's the starting point to know that, okay, if I fail, I have an opportunity to redo anything in life. Now, college, I wouldn't take that too lightly. I wouldn't take a fail grade because that's when you're starting paying for courses. But in high school, you have all the opportunity to fail. You have the opportunity to lose games, basketball games, if you want to be a basketball player. You have the opportunity to learn from your mistakes on a football field if you want to be a football player. You have opportunities to fail in debate if you want to be a lawyer in DECA. Like, you have those opportunities to learn from your failing mistakes in high school. I mean, I'm going to say even in college, because you know that once you get there and you want to be a doctor, but you take that biology class, you don't pass, oh, I can change my major. Okay, but if I decide I want to get pregnant and have a baby, I can't give my baby back. So I just want to know your opinion on number 3, because that one doesn't fit. 4, school teaches us to put our money in a savings account instead of invest your money. Once again, that goes back to financial literacy. And it's also what you see in your household. If your mom and dad is putting their money in investing accounts, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to put your money there too. If your mom and dad is putting theirs in a savings, then you're going to save yours. So really, we're taught what we see. And so then again, it's not our fault. But I do agree that schools can implement a way to kind of teach us financial literacy. But then again, it's up to you to what you decide to do with your money, but you know if you want to save it or invest it. So I wouldn't blame others for what we do with our money if you're not trying to learn other ways to train your money, if that makes sense. And last but not least, school teaches us to listen to our superiors. Instead, it's important to be where you get your advice. You can't take advice from people who have failed at what you want to accomplish. That is totally incorrect. I do not agree with this. And I'm going to say that because I love to learn. I love opportunities. And I'm very open-minded. So when I hear this, yes, school teaches you to be obedient, but so did my mom. I'm sorry, but my mama did not allow me to walk around, raise my voice at adults, cuss out my teachers because I got a bad grade, or do any of that. And that humbles you as a person to respect others. And it's not even about superiors. It's not about somebody being older than you. It's about you having respect for other humans. Because how would you want somebody to talk to you, whether you're a little kid or an adult? My mama did not allow any teachers to just talk down on me just because I was younger. But I did have to say, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. And I would agree that has got me a long way, by me respecting others just because you're a human being and not just because you're an elder. So I don't agree with this. And you can take advice from somebody who has failed. They actually have the greatest advice. When you're listening to what somebody has already been through, you know what obstacles to avoid, or you know how to take on those obstacles. So stop being simple-minded. You can learn from any advice. You can learn from anybody. You can learn from anything. It's all in how you take it in. You can learn from school. So I do not agree with this Black Twitter. I do not agree with this culture, however you want to categorize yourself. I don't agree with that. People, kids, millenniums, I don't agree with that one. Number 5 is totally off the charts, and it does not make sense. Do not close yourself out in an opportunity to learn. Learn from everything. Take in everything that you can. Run with it. But if you just put up those walls and start blocking things, that's actually when you start failing. That's just Brie being Brie, and that's just Brie talking her ish because ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Cause who gonna whoop me? Nobody but my mama. And I don't really get whoopings, but I don't want to try it either. So I'm gonna mind my business on that one and put my little lip gloss on, because that's that on that. I ain't had a whooping in a long time, but I don't need one because I learned from the first couple of whoopings. That's how I'm so great, y'all. But other than that, I have one last question, and I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all be y'all. But this is a question I want to debate on. So JP, you got to help me out with this one. Are there any point in time, now don't nobody steal my question, because this is my question that I made up off my head about an hour ago while I was eating Scooby snacks.
Scooby snacks.
And not the gummies.
You want me to debate you when you're eating Scooby snacks?
Yes, listen to this. Is there a such thing as childish snacks?
No.
Do you ever get too old for your childhood snacks?
No.
So somebody called me childish.
Well, maybe though. Well, I mean, if you're eating Gerber baby bananas still out of the jar, that may
Now
be
hold
a
on.
little far.
Don't knock baby food.
Yeah, but that may be a little far though.
Only thing I don't drink is baby milk. But look, my good sis had her niece, her sister-in-law had her niece, and she had those little baby snacks in the thing.
Yeah.
Them is some good snacks. The babies got all the snacks.
Yeah, but I like snacks, so I'm gonna go with you on this. Like I eat gummy bears, and I
don't like gummy bears.
See, I eat the Sour Patch Kids. I eat the little.
You eat a lot of junk.
I do, like those fruit filled, where they squirt in your mouth like a gummy.
Gushers?
I eat those. Yeah, I eat those.
Oh, see, now I don't do that, but I do like Scooby snacks, the cinnamon.
I like
dog
Scooby
thing.
snacks. Yeah, I like Scooby snacks.
I had bought a whole box, and I was called childish for that.
Hey, animal crackers are still some
I
of my
love
favorite.
animal
Yeah, I love
crackers.
animal crackers.
The iced ones are the best.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, way good.
Okay. Well, then, since we're being childish, are you still too childish to go to the zoo?
No, I love the zoo.
I rest my case. And that's Judge Payton on them. And, I wish I had a gravel.
We don't need to get you one of those.
Ooh,
You might throw it at me.
One.
You be throwing it at me.
Now I'm getting one because I'm judging.
You be throwing it at me.
Judging. But that's it from Afro Girl this week. Ooh, Afro Puff Girl. I'm Afro Puff. Instead of Power Puff, I'll be Afro Puff. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is the first ever premiere of Black Square Code with your girl. I am Brie. So I hope that y'all was able to be entertained. Come back next week for a nice little giggle again. Let's act a fool, y'all.